Welcome back to Camp Witch Doctor. In this video, we're going to finish assembling your design your own robot kit. If you're building one of the themed robots, make sure to check that video for how to assemble those. Your robot should look something like this. You finish putting it together and you have all your wiring in your robot. I've used a couple of zip ties here to kind of clean up my wiring and make sure that I could put my top plates on. For these design your own kits, both of the top plates are reversible, so you can pick which one you like best. This side has kind of a diamond plate pattern that you can see there that looks really cool. And this side has more of a honeycomb kind of design, which I really like as well. So I'm going to use this one for this build. But if you want to use this one, all you have to do is flip them around and put them in like this. So let's make sure all your wiring is nice and neat and you're not going to pinch anything. I'm going to start with this side. You're just going to put it on like that, and then you're going to go ahead and install all the screws. When you're installing these screws, make sure that you don't tighten them too much. Actually damage the hole in the plastic. So when it feels a little tight, you can give it a little bit of a turn there, and that should be more than secure. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then our top plates will be complete. Okay, now it's time to put the attachment on our robot. The really cool thing about this design your own robot kit is that you get to pick what your robot looks like and what attachments you put on it. So let's take a look at all the options that we have. We have these scoops that are shorter and great for scooping up the opponent. We have these longer forks. These are some of my favorite attachments. You can use them as wheel guards on your robot, but you can also use them in unique ways to kind of create a barrier in front of your robot or kind of some hands to scoop up the opponent. These are more defensive wedge, so you can just use one in combination with forks, or you can use both of them to start creating kind of a big wedge around the front of your robot if you want to be more defensive. And then these corner wedges also do a great job in combination with those to kind of finish off your wedge. So if you put them on your robot, you have 3 in the front, it would look kind of like that. These are also great to use on the sides of your robot as wheel guards as well. I have to say, these are probably our builder's favorite ones. They're extra armor that you could put anywhere on your robot, but they also serve as a spike strip. They're pretty sharp and great protection for your robot. They're also a lot of fun. And then these are our shortest forks in case you want to go mostly offensive, but still want to have something to help you out, get under the opponent in front of the robot. So these are all the options that you have. I'm going to choose a couple and show you how to put them on your robot. So you'll see you have kind of this funny geometry on the front of your robot here, and that's going to mate with the geometry on the back of the fork. So if you push this in and out like this, you'll notice that this is kind of a spring feature. It's a snap feature. And that's going to click right into this snap feature here. So we're going to slide all the forks in, or all the attachments in from the bottom. You can't slide them in from the top. We're going to put them in from the bottom. And then you're just going to push up with your thumb like this, and you're going to hear that nice click. That means that it's securely in place. So now if I wiggle it, it's nice and secure. And once we put the weight of your robot on it, there's no way that it can fall out. So let's go ahead and put the rest of the attachments in. Now with these, just like with some other ones, there's a left and a right version. This actually doesn't matter because you can put all of the attachments in either way. So you could put this one in here like this to act as a wheel cover, or you could take it out, flip it around, and it'll also click in. So you can use it to kind of control the opponent in the front. So all of your attachments will go in either way. I can show you with this one. So it looks kind of funny, but if you want more of a fork, you're also welcome to use it like this. So the choice is yours. Go ahead and switch these back so I can have some wheel guards on the robot. And let's do the other side. So if you notice, each attachment has a little kind of bump here. This shows you where to put your finger when you're going to pop them off. If you're going to take it off here, it's actually really hard to do it. But if you put your finger right here, it doesn't take very much force at all on there. So that should help you be able to put them on and take them off easily. Now you'll notice that each attachment also has these 2 screw holes. You'll probably recognize them as screw holes. Now, if you're just fighting in the Camp Witch Doctor battle arena, or you're just battling on the floor of your living room or school, you don't really need to put those on. I think it's kind of fun to compete without those screws. Some of the hammer robots are pretty good at knocking these out. And even with the lifters, just kind of battling, you can knock some of these out. And it kind of acts like damage in the arena, which is really, really a fun way to battle with these. But if you're going to tournament, or you're having more serious battles where you don't want to have any damage, little damage as possible, you can install screws in all of these, and that'll make sure that these forks can never come off. so that is securely in place while these are just snap on. Either way you decide to use these robots, there's just different ways to use them to battle.